Hey guys, it's Mike again, and I'm in the shop, and I know it looks like I'm always wearing the same clothes. Pretty much always am. I got the same hat and a bunch of these shirts. So anyway, I did the other video yesterday, and that was the one that showed the night lights. And I just wanted to kind of go back over again the tools and show you some of them since I had some questions. This is the Dremel tool that I'm using, and this is the Dremel 4000, and it's attached with this wand, or attached to this wand, and it's right now it's got a real tiny tip on it, and I just hang it out of the way up on the corner and then come down here to the workstation, so it's way over there. And the dust, actually, luckily I've got a window right here, and when I open the door behind me, most of the dust blows out. So other than that, the Dremel unit itself is about 2 feet away from me and up high. I also mentioned that here's a lot of the bits that I'm using, and I made this little wooden piece to hold the bits. Obviously, I've got more bits than I have holes now. So I've got the tool here to go ahead and release the bits, and then all the shanks, and then all the bits. Some of these are actually a little bit dull because I've used them for different things. Tried doing some sandstone carving also. But anyway, but this is the majority of them, going from the smallest all the way up to this one here. This round one is it removes a lot of material, and that's actually good. It's kind of hard for you to see here. Anyway, this is a good one for removing a lot of material. I don't know the numbers on these. On my board, it looks like I go from 105 all the way up to 191, but there's a lot of them I'm missing in between, but those are the bits. So anyway, the other thing I made for the night light, I don't have that cable I showed you on the other video that you can get from Home Depot. I'm doing all these shots out for all these companies. I should be getting some kind of a referral fee or advertising fee, but anyway, Home Depot. I made this little piece of pine, and it has little pieces of wood on it that I put on with screws, and I put the light up through here. I put the carving that I'm doing on here, and I turn off the light every now and then so I can actually see how thin I'm getting on the side of the bone without going through it, and also just how it looks when I turn it to see which side that I want to do the display, which side's going to be displayed. So this is just a piece that I use for carving. The other thing you were asking about sanding and polishing, I'm so new to this. I'm just learning as I go, but when I start carving, I like to just take some sandpaper. I use the 220 grit sandpaper, and I've also got some all the way up to 600, and I use 240. So 240 up to 600. I personally don't like it all polished. I like this one here that I did. I like the edges polished. So I'll just take the sandpaper and I'll just rub it on like on the Hummingbird, and it just, can't see it there, but basically it just polishes the edge and makes it shine on the top. But let's say the eye is down inside still dull. I like that look. I don't get into the whole polishing deal with all the little bits. A few of the other things, I don't want to have this video go too long. A few of the other things that I make or have made is like this little piece of it's like this one here. You get from, there's another shot out, Petco. This is for $1.19. But I took this bit, which was a really large bit to remove material. It's actually rounded on the end. It should just be the same all the way from front to back. But then I kind of went down on this, and it ends up making this look like a tree. See right here? It's almost like a dead stump, and some holes in it. And that's just out of that simple little piece, and it probably took about 5 minutes to do it. And having this set on a piece of wood and maybe put a piece of incense through it, or what have you, anything. I mean, you can use it for setting small flowers or what in it. It actually was pretty cool. Just makes it look like a tree. That's something. these little mosquitoes buzzing around me here. Same thing on removing like this bone. If you remove this piece of it, or cut this out, but remove this piece, save, retain this top piece, is what I did here. So you can see this. And then what I did is I just carved some flowers on it, one little orchid, and I actually took a torch and kind of heated it up and gave it a dull effect. I drilled through both sides, and I made a little piece of like a pin out of bone, and it's for a hairpiece, and it just goes right through. So you can see I got a little orchid on it, and that was pretty simple. Again, all it was a quick little, same thing like I did the tree, drew a little flower, carved it out, and then slowly, not slowly, but if you take the bone and you carve some pieces out of it, or use a hacksaw and take strips, which is what this was, and this is your raw strips, and then I start shaving them down to make them round, and then I end up coming down to a pin. And with those bits, those are the simple, either the tile style bit. You can't see them, and I apologize through the video here because it's really dull. That's a little bit better. That's one for tile, but it removes a lot of material. And then this one, right there. This one actually, if you just hold it and keep shaving it, within probably 5 minutes or so, you'll have a pin. So that's for a hairpiece. I also make same thing. Take long strips. If you take long strips out of a bone this size, like this, and the bone's got a natural curve to it, which is basically kind of like that. It's got that natural curve. Do the same thing, and what I made is these nice, two of them, and I made them for their hair picks. So they actually turned out real nice, and they have a natural bow to them. And I put this little groove pattern on it. And then I also made these two a lot thinner hair picks. They same thing. These actually have flowers carved in the. This is a laptop camera. I need to invest in something different, but anyway, these little hair picks are nice. So I've had a lot of friends of mine, ladies, that like these, that would like me to make them some. And then this was just messing around. You can make oddball things. I made that just I don't even know what it is, but I wanted to see if it would how strong it would be. And yesterday, for the first time, I've been looking at these deer horns, and they've been sitting around probably for about 4 months. And like I said, with the butterfly I did, I just wasn't feeling it. So I wasn't really feeling it with the horn. I didn't want to destroy it. I was going to make some kind of maybe a sculpture of like a person laying down or something. But anyway, so yesterday I ended up, after the video I made, I cut this out. And I made, like this is the, like eye guard. You have an eye guard on here, right here. This other little horn I had the eye guard, and I actually used the eye guard. I thought it looked like a dorsal fin, so I ended up hacking this out of it and making a like a little killer whale. So this video is tough. Can't really see it, but anyway, and it actually turned out pretty good. It's got a little tail. So I did that out of deer horn, and it sits pretty nice. And again, this is just, I didn't do anything with that. That just ended up working out right where it's at. But it has a nice little shape to it. So, and I left the natural and sanded it down and threw a little deft on it, and then kind of buffed it out with a little bit of steel wool. But it actually sits pretty good. So I can sit on somewhere. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. And then the last thing is, I was mentioning that this is the first time I've ever done any type of sculptures or artwork where I'm removing material. Before, and I made this back in 1995. But what I was doing, this is on a piece of myrtle wood. And what I was doing with this is I used air-dried clay, which was wrong, but I didn't know. And I was making these little dragons and these little jesters. and like this guy's hugging him. Got the little hands back there. The dragon does, and so does he. But anyway, like I said, I made this back in '95. I made a bunch of these, and I was actually selling them for a while, but then I realized that they break real easy because it's just air-dried clay that wasn't fired. So I stopped making them. I, again, didn't feel it, and I stopped back in '96, and I haven't made one since. So now I'm just doing something else. So anyway, that gives you an idea of what I was doing before. So anyway, if you guys have any questions, again, about this carving stuff, or ideas, or you want me to carve something, if you want me to carve a flower, show you how to do an orchid, or any of that on how I'm doing it, I will do that. Just send me a question and how you would like, or what you'd like to see, and I'll go ahead and make it happen. Okay? All right. See you later.